Hello, guys. Today is an episode of Fourth&Loud. My name is Ken. I want to basically sit down and talk about why I believe the Thunders are the most hated in the NBA. The reason why the OKC Thunder is the most hated right now, if you watch all over the news, they're talking about the flopping, is because this isn't basketball. Every time Shai Gilgeous-Alexander go up for a shot, he's hitting the ground, falling on the ground. That's not basketball. I think the NBA should fine this team or fine him individually for the amount of flopping that he does. Basketball doesn't require you to hit the floor every time you take a shot. It's getting to the point where it's hard to watch for fans like myself. I'm a diehard NBA fan. I've been following basketball since I was a young boy, since the 80s, 90s, 2000s, up until now. But right now, it's just getting harder for me to watch because instead of playing basketball, they're looking for calls. You can't touch them. Like the NBA should change their rules to make it to where you can hand check again. I'm not saying you have to go back to the Detroit Pistons back in the day against Michael Jordan. You don't have to clothesline anybody. You don't have to tackle anybody. Yes, that deserves to be out the game. But hand checking, making the offensive player go in a direction that you want them to go by putting your hands on them, that should be allowed. These players nowadays are just looking for fouls and they're not getting fouled. You should be allowed to be touched in a contact sport. This is a contact sport. I'm not saying knock them out like you're playing football. So my next question is, where does the NBA go when the superstars retire? Superstars like Kevin Durant, superstars like Steph Curry. Where does the NBA go? Where will they get their views from when those NBA players are retired? My suggestion is make the game better. Make it to where it's easy to watch and it's not hard to watch. Turn the game back to where it used to be, to where they actually play defense. The high-scoring games need to be cut out because it's not basketball. I don't like to see Shai Gilgeous get up to the line taking 17 free throws. He's getting half of his points or more than half of his points from the free throw line. When he's not selling a foul, he's not doing much in the game. As you can watch in this OKC versus Spurs last game, he's not doing much. He's not even a relevant player if he's not getting to the free throw line. And my biggest complaint about Shai Gilgeous is that he's already a two-time MVP. He's good without it. Like, I'm not saying I just hate Shai Gilgeous. I'm just saying he's making the game look bad. He's a really darn good player without the flopping, without him falling to the ground after every shot. It makes no sense to me. So to fix it, we need to bring back hand checks. We need to bring back to where it's more competitive. Make it to where it's similar to college basketball, where you can still get off, but you don't have to rely on fouls. You don't have to rely on cheap calls. Like, bring it back to where if it's an obvious foul, you call a foul. But this jumping up in the air, falling on the ground, and making a ref call a foul, that's not what I like. That's not what I like to see. It's not fun for the game. It's really to the point to where everybody right now at this point is saying Shai Gilgeous is a flopper. Why would you want to have that name? Just for selling calls? Getting to the free throw lines? If you look at his game 5 performance, he had 17 free throws. If you take away those 17 free throws, he's just an average player. He's an average player in that game. So what I'm saying is, Shai Gilgeous, you're better than that. You don't have to flop. You don't have to dive on the freaking ground after every shot. You don't have to do that. You're already good. I think if you stop doing that, you get back on defense. In game 6, you cause several points by falling on the ground, not getting back on defense. Game 6, the refs didn't call that crap. So that's my take on Shai Gilgeous. I think once the superstars leave, the NBA gonna be in trouble. So the NBA have to do something to change the game, to keep people like me watching, to keep people like fans, longtime fans watching the game. Because once LeBron James leave, LeBron James bring that star power. Steph Curry bring that star power. Luka bring that star power. Kevin Durant bring that star power. But once they leave, what will the NBA do to attract viewers? I think they need to put a better quality form of basketball on the court, make it tougher, stop allowing these guys to fall and flop on the ground so much, and the game will be better than ever before. I'm not saying you have to go back to the Michael Jordan days to where you're tackling people, clotheslining them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let these guys play basketball, and the product will speak for itself. Just like in college. Once playoffs start in college, March Madness, how many of those players do we know? We don't know many of them, but when we watch the game, we see that they're playing hard, they're competitive, and that brings the viewers. The NBA can do the same thing. Right now, it's easy because you have LeBron James. Before that, you had Kobe Bryant. You had the superstars in the league. When they're gone, what are you going to do? Who's going to take the lead once LeBron James, Steph Curry leave? Who's going to be those type of superstars? That the Lakers were a $3 billion organization. They had a review of $3 billion before they got LeBron James. Now they got LeBron James, they're over $10 billion. So I don't see players doing that once these guys retire. That's my take on the OKC Thunder. Let me know what you think in the comments.